Well, happy Halloween. We are at the end and the final day here, October 31st. Halloween Eve, which means a lot to me. It meant a lot to me back in the day. Um, I don't know if you can see this thing. I'm going to try to put this right up to the camera. But if you can see it, that's from 1964. That's me and my sister in a store-bought skeleton costume. Um, you know, I don't know about anybody else, but I can remember certain shit as clear as day. And I can remember the smell of those costumes. They had a distinctive smell to them. Maybe it was the flame retardant stuff they used in it or something like that, but they had a distinctive smell, and that smell was Halloween to me. And I can remember that whole fall season. You'd go out probably around 5:30 in the afternoon and stay out as long as you could and come back with tons of candy. And the smells of Halloween would be out there. The smells of burning leaves, because back then you could rake your leaves out to the street and set them on fire and it was never a fucking problem. The smell of scorched pumpkin lids as the candles scorched the top of the jack-o'-lanterns. Candy bars that were the size of real fucking candy bars, not these little nuggets that they hand out now. And just having fun in general. And unfortunately, you guys will never experience that, and I will never experience it again. It's something that's been lost in time. And sadly, it'll never come back. And sadly, back then, parents didn't have to worry about razor blades and apples and kids getting snatched or anything like that. It was a whole different time and we all felt safe. And sadly, we're not safe anymore. And that, my friends, really bothers me. But going back to the last film here for Halloween is a tradition with me to watch this film. The Undead, a Roger Corman film from, I believe, 1957 actually. I first discovered this film on, the 8mm loops that were sold in camera stores. It was on Ken Films. Had no idea what this movie was about as a kid. It just looked cool. Terror screams from the grave, skull face, whatever. To me, it's one of those things that stands the test of time. After I had seen the 8mm film, which was only about 7 minutes long, and this was, going back into medieval times, really didn't know what this was about until one Halloween evening. I snuck out of bed because it was on 1 o'clock in the morning and watched it. And it has stuck with me ever since. And it's been a tradition for me every Halloween night to watch The Undead. And I usually watch it alone, as I am now. But the film is really interesting as a Corman film because it deals with reincarnation, and there's this hooker, Diana Love, played by Pamela Duncan, who is given a lot of money by these two scientists to actually be regressed in time. And she regresses back to the medieval times where her other life thing was this woman who was going to be executed for witchcraft. Well, Diana gets into her mind and, the hooker mentality, we're getting out of here, and she escapes. And the whole thing is, will she be brought back and executed? Because if she isn't executed, all the lives that would have been reincarnated up until Diane would no longer exist. So it's this cat and mouse thing of whether she's going to survive tonight or whether she's going to be beheaded by the Axemen. And the film is full of Roger Corman regulars. Bruno V. Soda as the innkeeper, Mel Wells as Shamokin, the possessed gravedigger. Trying to think who else. Billy Barty as an imp. Allison Hayes as another witch. Richard Garland as the hero. And a little cameo by Dick Miller, and a standout performance from Richard Devlin as the devil. And it's really got a plot twist at the end, which is really cool. But like I said, this thing, just stands out to me as, a total film that I have to watch on Halloween traditionally. And probably saw this film, when I was 13, and I'm 71 now. So how many years later is this stuck in my mind? And, they say at midnight on Halloween, the veil between the two worlds is open. And I sort of light a candle in certain people's honor that maybe their spirits are still wandering around here, and maybe they need a place to go. And sadly, I've had to say too many fucking goodbyes over the last few years due to the pandemic and other things. But at midnight tonight, I will be out in my backyard with this lit candle, hoping and saluting my friends that are no longer with us, and hopefully I will see them when it's my turn to go. So, seriously, I wish you all a happy Halloween. It's our holiday. But more important than that, stay safe, be alert, and be careful, because we truly live in treacherous times. And like my good friend and mentor Jack Ketchum used to say to me in his writings, the real monsters live right next door to us. So again, my friends, happy Halloween, stay safe, stay vigilant, and we will definitely catch you on the flip side.